Ta-ta. The music you heard earlier was... Where is my... Jesus. There you go. Was Kimiko. Kimiko basically made Bach public domain. Because Bach is dead for quite some time, so the Bach music is public domain, but any recording isn't. Because, well, there's people who actually done that. She didn't like that, so she basically open sourced Bach, and we liked that a lot. And we is Ohm, and we liked her for a, we liked her. So we asked her to give a presentation on a hacker conference, and she said, "Well, sure, I'll do that. But once I'm there, I might as well play a bit." That could be a problem because she's a classic pianist, so she needs an actual piano. You can't really give her a keyboard, can you? So we need a Bösendorf, which is expensive, is also expensive to insure. We want it in the middle of a field, in a hot tent, so it has to be tuned over and over and over again, and we have to find a supplier who's willing to lend us something like that. So it's a lot of problems with a potential awesome. And us hackers, of course, we did it. And in the end, it was awesome. So us hackers tend to not steer away from big problems or from bigger problems than absolutely necessarily because potential awesome. Hacker camps like this and others spawned quite a lot of very good initiatives that were better, that bettered the world. I mean, I'm talking about open source ISPs, open source initiative at all, cryptophones, all sorts of stuff. Well, you guys know. So if you look at all these, well, it could be federal agents, but it's all alphabet jumbo. But at these points, I think these venues are important. And not just the digital world, but the world at large. But if you look at all these, I mean, yes, there's a lot. Some are every 4 years, some are every 2 years, some are every year. But it all boils down to about 1 week a year. And that's less than 2% efficiency. That's not really what we're aiming for, I think. So you might think, well, you can do that more, like in Hackerspace. But then again, most hackerspaces don't really like sleepovers, at least not en masse, so it's not really a 24/7 thing. It's not even a 7 thing, let alone a 24/7 thing. Okay, who am I? I'm Jos Weijers. I'm a member of Tool, I'm a member of Hack42. I did stuff for Ohm, and during daytime I do the cybers. And I have a dream. The dream starts off with the most awesome hackerspace in existence. Those are not my words, mind you. Those are the words of Hackaday, who visit quite a lot of hackerspaces and, well, came up with that. That's an awfully nice building. And at this end, there's even a church that we can use. And we even did a hacker wedding there, so it's full operational. So this, I think, is an awesome hackerspace that we maybe need to supersize. Make it bigger, have more rooms to enable it to have sleepovers. Maybe we need a nice entrance, just because can. A couple of weeks ago, this plot came on the market. And I want it. It's at the moment it's housing refugees, but that's supposed to be a temporary situation, and it actually is because this is an old jail, and the PR thing of housing refugees in jails is apparently frowned upon. So, but I don't mind. I want. So a couple of weeks ago, this came to market, and I had the dream for way longer than that, but because it came to market, we kind of got a kick in the butt to actually place a bid on the thing. And actually at the moment it's not, but that means we just have more time. The spot, how big it is. Well, this is our main building at the Hackerspace. This whole building fits, of course it doesn't work. Can you see this? Okay, it fits in this one. So yes, it's supersized. The tiny little round thing here is a open space. And because you guys do feet and inches and shillings and God knows what, and we do meters, I have no idea how to compare to that. So we'll put some stuff in it. In this open space, this building fits. And yes, that's the White House. So much for world domination. You can still walk around it. So it's stupid big. If you're not into architecture, this also fits to fully adult grown blue whales, back to back, yes, and you still walk around it. Height, if you put this miracle thing straight up, then it just does not fit. But just, if you leave the nose cone, you're done. So if you print a one-to-one mock-up of a space shuttle, I have the spot to do that. Cool. Okay. This is the plot. This has lots of it. It's brilliant. And what we're going to do is we're going to start a foundation. And that's going to procure the funds. And with those, we're going to buy the stuff. And this foundation will, the first tenant will be Hack42. And that will have perks. What I want in this, because the facility has, just the dome alone, has 200 rooms. That's just the dome. Rooms are us. If you look at this, let's do ta-da. So, 200, still visible? Okay. So that's 200, tiny hotel room, like dormitory kind, hostel, that kind of level. Because mind you, they are tiny. So those we're gonna give out and hire out, rent out. It depends on who's coming, and so that gives you your 24/7 presence. This will be, where are we? This will be office space for startups, tech companies. And mind you, tech companies we like, and it's going to be it's going to be different. This is a sports arena, so we just print a big white H on it and be done with it. Again, we will have a church because can't downgrade, can you? So it will be a hackerspace, but stupidly supersized. My idea is it becoming a European hacker hub, like the European hacker hub. So if you come to Europe, of course you go there. There will be more luxurious accommodations than just the hostel. Those will be primarily for our paying customers. We're looking at ways to get electricity virtually for free. And that will get us, as one of the first clients, will be a ISP or a colo location, because their main cost is electricity, and ours isn't. We're also having contacts with universities. You can house PhD students here for God knows how long. And of course, as a hackerspace, now you can have hackers in residence. So if you have a hacker coming from abroad, you can house him. There will be eating facilities this is the other way around. Here, this is the brilliant entrance you saw the picture of. There will be a coffee place with all the things that should be, and there will be a canteen also, which will be serving food at almost cost. So, not leaving the hacker compound will not kill you. That's the idea. How am I on time? Okay, cool. Okay, that's the other way around. So that's the initiative. And, you saw me pointing at buildings and every now and then telling what we're going to do with it. And I didn't point at them all for a reason. I have no idea. Because it's so stupid big that there are still a ton of options. Actually, our old hackerspace, which was bigger than a new one, also had that. We had rooms to spare. which gives you options and flexibility. So if somebody comes along and says, I have this cool project, I need that room for about 3 months. And then it's a tiny, tiny vote, and fuck it, go for it. So that kind of flexibility works. Because just looking at that humongous space in the middle, what the hell do you want to do with it? I don't know. I have some options. But, I mean, one of them was, because it's an old building, we thought a message system, being not IP. So tiny quadcopters oozing around from between all those 200 rooms, that would be awesome. It's a bit of Harry Potter-esque, but then techie. It's brilliant. So the idea is to actually get there, because it's in Arnhem, which is quite central in Europe, if you look at it in a weird way, which is what we do. Then it will be quite central, and it will be brilliant, and you can get there. It being a prison, of course, it's walled. It's in the middle of the city. But because it's walled and the walls are quite thick and quite high, you can get away with quite a lot without disturbing the neighbors, which is, kind of what we want to do. So the church will be used for, well, of course, all our weddings. And at least once a week there will be given a lecture. And that will be open for the public, of course. And basically that's it. I mean, so you have tech companies who... and one thing we do, we try to make the canteen and the coffee place that interesting and that cheap that no one will even think of putting a coffee machine in his own room. So the canteen will be the living, the mingled place of all the people. So if you just come in, that's cheap office space, I'll rent it and I won't bother with the rest of us, then you'll have a very short lease. Basically the same goes for the housing cost for the building itself. So that's basically it. So we're looking for a couple of million now. And actually what we're looking for is not so much, well, of course we're looking for money, everybody is, but we're actually looking mostly for ideas. So if you have a bold idea that needs room, that we will have. Time-wise, this is in about, hopefully we'll be here in about 3 years. So it's a process. So if you're interested, drop me a line at this address. There's a little tiny quiz asking a couple of questions. None you have to answer, but please do. And, well, looking forward to your great ideas, and hopefully I can join you. You will join us at the opening party in about 3 years in this awesome space. And now I'm done.